Okay, let's focus on Zimbabwe now. Growth prospects for Zimbabwe's economy are advancing, but some are still cautious of investing in the southern African country. We caught up with Richard MBAIWA, who is the CEO of Zimbabwe Investment Authority, for more on some of the concerns expressed by potential investors. Here's that chat.
Okay, I think what investors are interested in is to see that if they invest their money, they'll get a return. And also, investors are interested in seeing that there is a smooth process of engaging in doing business so that it reduces the cost of their starting the business. And of course, investors are also interested in issues to do with security of their investment. So these are some of the things that we discuss as we meet investors.
According to sources, is a dialogue going on about indigenization policy right now, and whether it is holding back investors, and do you see that dialogue progressing when it comes to being able to potentially change the way indigenization policy is applied?
Yes, there is dialogue going on right now, even within the country. So we are looking at harmonizing the two objectives for empowering and indigenizing the economy and attracting foreign direct investment into the country. So there is dialogue, and in fact, as we speak now, there is a process of amending the Zimbabwe Investment Authority Act so that new investments are given preferential treatment and that issues of indigenization are not used or taken as impediments to attracting investment in the country.
How long could that process take from a legal perspective in terms of getting that through, that change to the Act?
The bill is actually one of those that are actually under the current parliament. In fact, when the president opened the current session of parliament, it's one of the bills that he put forward for discussion. It's just that our parliament is now in the recession, but we are hopeful that before the end of the term of parliament, they will have taken the process through.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk about investors, current investors who are investing more money in the country. Take us through some of the big investments that are being made right now, and of course that you're facilitating.
I think one of the exciting things is that companies that are already in Zimbabwe are seeing it fit to actually increase their capacity to invest in new plant and equipment. But also we are seeing new companies coming through in various sectors of the economy. If I can just give you some examples of the companies that are actually putting in additional investment. We have companies like PPC Cement. They're actually looking at, and they've already confirmed that they are going to invest over $250 million in new plant and equipment to increase their capacity, because they are foreseeing a situation where there's going to be much higher demand for cement. We've got companies like Nestle Zimbabwe. They are also putting new investment. We've got Delta Corporation, where SAB Miller is an investor. We've got companies like Unilever. We've got new companies coming in, like the ESA Group, which is coming into steel production and mining of iron ore. We've got companies in the mining sector, in diamonds mining, in platinum, the Zimplats and Anglo Platinum. They're all putting additional investment. So we are quite excited about these developments.
How much investment is going into the power sector right now? What type of investors, potential investors, are looking to invest in this critical enabling sector, I suppose, for all other sectors in the economy to do business?
Yeah, the power sector is one of those priority sectors for us. And if you look at our medium-term plan, it's one of the sectors that has been identified as key to enabling investment in the economy. So we have got projects that are in the process that have gone to tender, like the expansion of the Kariba South hydroelectric plant. It has already been awarded. We've got projects to do with the expansion of the Wange Colliery. And we also have got projects that have been approved for new thermal power stations in Gokwe North, which is to be a coal-powered thermal power station. So we are quite excited that there are a number of power generation projects that will be going through.
One of the focuses of this investor conference is to debunk some of the misconceptions and misunderstandings about the Zimbabwean economy. What do you see as the key misconception that foreign investors have right now?
I think the key misconception is really to do with the perception of the country as a difficult place to do business, as a place which is not politically stable. But if you look at what has been happening of late, you will be aware that we recently went through a process where we had a referendum to adopt a new constitution. It was a process that went on very smoothly, and the majority of the people voted for the new constitution. And we believe that as we go into the general elections, which will be happening later this year, the people of Zimbabwe have shown maturity, and we really think that we are going to see political stability in Zimbabwe. In terms of the economy, again, because of the previous decade where we had instability, there is a misconception that it's not a stable economy. But you see now that we are one of the fastest growing economies in the region and in Africa in general, at more than 7.5% per annum since 2009. So I think
that's slowing down, though. We can't ignore that.
In 2012, there was a slowdown because mainly of poor performance of agriculture because of the agriculture season. But in 2013, we are projecting a growth rate of about 9%. So the average for the period of the medium-term plan, which is 2011 to 2015, was pegged at 7.5%, and we are on course to achieve that average growth rate.